So after being in the credit card industry for well over a decade now and opening just way too many credit cards, I've come to the realization that these are the only 5 credit cards that anyone really needs in 2024. Now, I am not saying you should get all 5 of them. What I am saying is you likely just need 1 or 2 and you're well off on your way. Whether to getting cash back, getting some points, booking some free travel, you name it, you're good to go with these 5. And if we haven't yet met, hi, my name is John of John's Finance Tips. Today's video is gonna break down into the following categories. So when we talk about every card, I'm gonna go over for you its sign-up bonus, its earnings, its benefits, the annual fee, and of course, my final verdict and recommendations and/or comments. As always, I would really appreciate it if you want to support my channel. You can check out any of my top offers for these cards in the description box right down there below. Coming in at number 5, we have the Citi Custom Cash sign-up bonus. You will earn $200 cash back after you spend $1,500 within the first 6 months. In addition, this card also provides you 0% promotional introductory APR for the first 15 months, at least as of the filming of this video. What that basically means is it's an interest-free loan for 15 months. Be sure though, before that period expires, you pay the whole sucker off. Earnings. This card will earn you 5% cash back on your highest spend category every single month for up to $500 of spend in that category. So let's say you spent the most amount of money in gas. Well, in that instance, for that month, you're gonna earn 5% cash back. For all other purchases, you will earn 1% cash back. Benefits. Not a whole ton of bells and whistles here. I think the focus really is on the 5% cash back. I will say with the Citi Custom Cash, you earn the points and they can be redeemed as cash back. However, if you later open, say, the Citi Strata Premier, which is more of their premium travel card, then you can convert your Citi Thank You points instead of cash back, move it to the Citi Strata Premier, and then transfer it to a hotel or an airline partner, and you're gonna unlock way more value. Annual fee, $0. My verdict, recommendations, and comments. I would say this is a great set it and forget it card. The pro tip I have for you here is if you have other Citi credit cards, let's say a Citi Double Cash or a Citi American Airlines credit card, you can actually change that into a Citi Custom Cash. And now you're thinking, why wouldn't I just apply for a Citi Custom Cash? You would, but you can't apply for 2 or 3. However, if you have 1 Citi Custom Cash and you say you had a Citi Double Cash, you can product change that into a Citi Custom Cash, and now you have 2 Citi Custom Cash. So now you can have 1 Citi Custom Cash used for gas, 1 Citi Custom Cash used for grocery, instead of being limited on that 5% category to just 1 segment. Number 4, the Wells Fargo Attune sign-up bonus. You will earn a $100 sign-up bonus after you spend $500 in the first 3 months. In addition, the card also gives you a 0% promotional APR for the first 12 months. Earnings. This card will earn you 4% cash back, unlimited, in the following categories: self-care, sports, recreation equipment, and planet-friendly purchases. Now, I know you're probably thinking, that seems so random. Yes, but also let me now go ahead and dive into some examples from these categories, because they honestly blew my mind in terms of what they covered, because some of these honestly just are not covered by other credit cards. But I do want to provide a disclaimer here. I am not going to go over every single possible category. I'm just going to pull out the highlights that I thought were unique and interesting. So in that first category of self-care, an example would be gyms. Totally makes sense. Beauty shops and barbershops, okay. Massage parlors, come on now. So second category of sports recreation equipment, we have a ton here with subcategories upon subcategories. So we're gonna go over just some of the highlights. So one to call out here is camera and photo. Another one would be amusement parks. So Disney World and Disneyland, listen, it's expensive AF. To get 4% cash back on it, I'm taking that all day. Tourist attractions such as the Kennedy Space Center, pet care, sporting goods store. So we all know Dick's Sporting Goods, great. But also this includes places like Nike, Adidas, Under Armour, sporting events, so things like ticketing agencies, Ticketmaster, for example. And then we have streaming, music, movies, and books. So this includes things like cable, but it also includes streaming services like Netflix. And the third broad category we have are planet-friendly purchases. So things like antique shops, EV charging, and other. Other is unique because what does that even mean? Well, apparently Uber is a planet-friendly purchase and you get 4% cash back. I mean, it just feels like the Wells Fargo team was just trying to stuff things in here. And honestly, I'm here for it because that is phenomenal. And for everything else, you get 1% cash back. Again, the 4% categories, that's not an exhaustive list. Those are just a couple ones I pulled out that I thought were interesting. Benefits. This card provides you cell phone insurance with a $600 claim and giving a max deductible of $25. In the way that I would structure this, pay for your cell phone bill every single month, get the 4% cash back, and now you also have cell phone protection. Annual fee, $0. My verdict and recommendations for the Wells Fargo Attune: this is a very, very interesting card. It's not going to be for everyone because if you don't take advantage of these 4% categories, then it's not useful to you. However, I think a lot of these categories are kind of filling in the holes that various other cards have not yet addressed. We get a lot of things for dining and grocery and travel. I can't think of anything for camera and photo. And if, let's say, you're an aspiring content creator, a YouTuber, getting 4% cashback on a no annual fee credit card, kind of a no-brainer. In addition, if you didn't want just cashback, you can pair this with a higher tier Wells Fargo card like one of their Journey products and convert it, now your cashback, into convertible points over to a hotel partner or over to an airline partner, and you're off to the races. Coming in at number 3, it's a crowd favorite, it's a fan favorite. It's gonna be the Chase Freedom Unlimited sign-on bonus. This card's interesting. There's a public offer and a non-public offer. So the public offer, very straightforward, $200 cashback after you spend $500 in the first 3 months. It's actually the one I got way back in like 2012 when I first got this card. The non-public offer, which I think is more interesting, gives you a cashback match of the base cashback for up to $20,000 of spend in the first year. And I'll go over exactly what that looks like in the earnings section. In both of these offers, as of the filming of the video, provide you a 0% promotional APR for the first 15 months. Earnings. This card will earn 5% cashback for booking travel through the Chase Travel Portal, 3% cashback on all dining purchases, 3% cashback on all drugstore purchases, and 1.5% cashback everywhere else. However, if you were lucky enough to have found the non-public offer, you would in effect be able to get 6.5% cashback on all travel purchases made through the Chase Travel Portal, 4.5% cashback on all dining purchases, 4.5% cashback on all drugstore purchases, and 3% cashback on all other purchases. That, folks, is really what tickles my pickle. This is a really interesting one because of the fact that really on the marketplace, you don't have 3% cashback cards. Like, sure, you have 2% catch-alls, but a 3% cashback from Chase is absolutely phenomenal. Again, all of this is on the first $20,000 of spend in the first year, but if you don't know where to put something, putting on the Freedom Unlimited isn't a bad idea because in the benefits section, I'll explain to you why the Chase ecosystem is so powerful and important. And if you want a link to this non-public offer, I actually have a working one in the description box down below, so feel free to go ahead and check it out. Benefits. The biggest benefit of the Chase Freedom Unlimited is the fact that you have now dipped your toes into the Chase ecosystem. I personally would argue and stand by that Chase points are one of the most valuable points currencies in the entire space. When compared to American Express, Capital One, Citi, Chase really shines for me. And so by getting your foot in the door with the Freedom Unlimited, now you can start thinking strategically, how are you gonna get the Sapphire Preferred or the Sapphire Reserve or maybe even the Ink Preferred? Let's say you got the non-public offer, you're getting the 3x on everything. You can then transform that into points, which again can then be converted to hotel or airline partners, and you're gonna unlock way more value, all by really doing nothing other than opening the card and strategically opening other credit cards. The card also provides you 3 months of complimentary Dash Pass as long as you enroll by the end of December 2024, and after 3 months expires, it will automatically renew you for 9 months, and you'll also earn 5% cashback on all Lyft purchases until the end of March 2025. Annual fee, $0. Verdict and recommendations on my end, I would say, even though it's number 3 out of the top 5, I would say for the majority of people, consider starting here because of the value of the Chase ecosystem, and especially if you're able to find this non-public offer for basically that 3% catch-all for the first $20,000 of spend in the first year. Coming in at number 2 is the all-new, revamped, refreshed American Express White Gold, or I guess formerly the American Express Gold sign-on bonus. This card right now will offer you 60,000 points after you spend $6,000 within the first 6 months. In addition, you'll get 20% cash back on all of your dining purchases with a max cashback of $100. Earnings. This card will earn 4x on all dining purchases for up to $50,000 of spend in a year. You'll also earn 4x on all grocery purchases for up to $25,000 of spend in a year. Now, for both of these categories, once you hit over those limits, it reverts to 1x in those categories. You'll also earn 3x for booking airfare direct with the airline or Amex Travel, and 2x on all hotel purchases that are prepaid or booked through Amex Travel, and 1x on all other purchases. Benefits. The American Express Gold/White Gold has been revamped with a couple more benefits that really make this card even more enticing than it already is. The first benefit is a $120 dining credit. The second is a $120 credit to Uber or Uber Eats. The third credit that was recently introduced is a $100 credit to Resy. And the fourth credit is an $84 Dunkies credit, aka Dunkin' Donuts, for those that are not from the Northeast. Yes, all day. You total that up, that's $424 of total cumulative eating or dining credits you get every year. The one thing to note is the dining credit is monthly, so it's $10 a month. The Uber credit is also monthly at $10 a month. The Resi credit is every half year, so you get $50 in the first half, $50 in the second half, and the Dunkin' credit is also monthly at $7 a month, which honestly is perfect enough for at least one iced coffee a month for the entire year. Another benefit the card offers are transfer partners, so you can take the points you earn from American Express, transfer it out, and book airfare. One example, you could take the sign-up bonus, transfer it to Air France, and for 50,000 points and about $200 or $300 in tax and fees, that's enough for a business class flight from North America over to Paris. Annual fee. This card does have a $325 annual fee. However, remember the earlier credits we discussed? $424 worth of credits? Well, let's do some math. If you pay $325 or something, but then you get back $424, in effect, you're making money? Yeah, that's exactly what it is. $99. Quite literally, you're getting paid to eat and have a premium credit card for travel from American Express. I didn't think I'd ever say those cards about American Express, especially with the type of prestige that supposedly they have, which I would disagree with. I think they're a credit card like any one other, but regardless of that, you're getting paid $99 to have this card. This is like a beyond no-brainer of all no-brainers. So my verdict and recommendations, as you can clearly tell, jump on this card yesterday. And coming in at number 1, we have the no annual fee Bilt Mastercard. Sign-up bonus. This card, unfortunately, does not have a sign-up bonus, and it just, it irks me to no end. So right now, there's no public available sign-up bonus. However, there are people who report getting an offer for earning 5x within the first 5 days. I was not one of those lucky people, and I think I'm just butthurt about it. But if you are, comment down below so that at least we have a running tally of whether or not that is still a thing. Earnings. This card will earn 3x on all dining purchases, 2x on all travel purchases, 1x everywhere else, and 1x on rent. Yes, rent. If you pay rent, that's probably your largest monthly expense. Why are you not getting points for it? And I know some of you are probably thinking, 1, I can't use a credit card. 2, I get charged a fee if I use it. Ah, yes. Well, that's exactly the problem Bilt solves. It gets around the fact that you can't use a credit card, and it gets around the 3 or 4% processing fee that your landlord might charge you if you used a credit card, and you still will get the points for it. Now let's talk about benefits. With the Bilt Mastercard, you're gonna be able to earn a 25% bonus if you redeem your points for travel through the Bilt travel portal. So instead of a flight costing, let's say, $125, which you would then need to spend 12,500 points for, the $125 flight, you would only need to spend 10,000 points for. In addition, the card also offers transfer partners, which, folks, just to give you some idea and context, that doesn't happen for a no annual fee credit card. That happens for credit cards that have an annual fee of $95, $150, $325, $695, but not for a credit card that has a $0 annual fee. And in the points and miles space, and in the travel space, and in the space in which you get value from credit cards, how you get the most value is you take your credit card points from a major bank, Chase, Capital One, Citi, and then you move it to a hotel airline partner. But now you can take your Bilt points on a no annual fee card and do the exact same thing. And it's not just any travel partner, it's valuable transfer partners. So earlier that example of flying business class on Air France for 50,000 points and $200 or $300 in tax and fees, you can do the same thing with your Bilt points, especially as someone who might be living in an apartment where you're paying, I don't know, $3,000, $4,000 a month. That's easily 36,000 or 48,000 points. You add in some additional spend, there you go. You've now converted your apartment spend, which again, you have to spend for to live somewhere, into free travel. My biggest pro tip, if you live with roommates, be the person to pay for rent. You get the points, they pay you back, they probably don't care, and now you have a free vacation. Another benefit I love about Bilt is that they have this thing called Bilt Protect. Basically, it allows you to hook your checking account into the Bilt program, and it will be able to draw directly from your checking account and apply it to your rent payment. And you're probably thinking, why is that a big deal? Well, because sometimes you might have a $5,000 credit limit. You might use the card and you might have already spent $4,000 of a $5,000 credit limit. How the heck then are you gonna pay for rent, which might be another $3,000? Well, you might max out your card and it gets declined. Well, with Bilt Protect, you get around that problem where Bilt pulls money from the checking account, applies it to rent, you still earn the points, it doesn't hit your credit limit, everyone wins. This is not an exhaustive list of benefits, but the other one to call out, and it's a quasi-benefit, it's not really associated with the card, but it's happened every single month that I can remember. On the first, they have this thing called rent days. On rent days, a couple cool things happen. One thing I really look forward to is that you double your points earning on that day. So instead of 3x for dining, it's 6x. Instead of 2x for travel, it's 4x. Instead of 1x everywhere, it's 2x everywhere. rent is still just going to be 1x, and from those bonus categories, you can earn a total bonus of 10,000 additional points. In addition, on certain rent days, we've seen massive transfer bonuses, basically where you move your points from Bilt to an airline partner, and then they might match you with a 50% bonus, 100% bonus, sometimes over 150% bonus. To give you some additional context, Capital One, Chase, American Express, Citi, they give you bonuses every now and then, 25%, 35%, not 100%. That's actually insane. So keep an eye out for those on rent days. Annual fee, $0. My verdict and recommendations. Folks, the Bilt Mastercard is a card I'm jumping on any given day. Listen, if you like to travel, this is your card. If you have to pay rent, this is your card. If you travel and pay rent, you needed this card yesterday. And so if you want to go ahead and check it out, it's in the description box down below. And if you want more information though, you want to maybe a deep dive on kind of the benefits and how to really use the card, or you already have it, check out this video up here. And folks, that is it. This is the video. These are the top 5 cards that everyone needs in 2024. Again, you do not need every single one of them, probably 1 or 2, and you're good to go. And as always, comments, questions down there below as well, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace!